Hamas. He urged Prime Minister Netanyahu to immediately pull back the delegation in Doha. Instead, Gvir wants a total siege, military crushing of Hamas and new Israeli settlements in Gaza. He calls this the only path to total victory. Talks with Hamas continue, focusing on withdrawal and humanitarian aid. Netanyahu in Washington rejected a full Palestinian state. Israel's war in Gaza has now lasted over 21 months, with 82% of the territory under Israeli military control now. Now we are joined back by our guest, Peter Baum. Thank you, Peter, for staying with us. What are the potential implications of Itamar Ben-Gvir's demand to end ceasefire talks with Hamas, and what does it say about the prospects for peace?
Okay, this is an interesting one too. Very good question. Ben-Gvir is absolutely right in his analysis that anything other than a total victory will be the complete demolition of Hamas, and that is unlikely to occur. There is too much pressure on Netanyahu to come to terms with Hamas. The American and Qatari and Egyptian brokered ceasefire that they are currently discussing. And I believe that Ben-Gvir and his right wing and the extreme right of the Netanyahu government are going to lose out on this one. I think there's too much public pressure within Israel to end the war, and clearly diplomatic pressure from Israel's closest ally, most influential ally, the Trump administration, I think will ensure a ceasefire will ensue, and that Ben-Gvir, the objectives of Ben-Gvir will not be achieved. Now, what does this mean for him and his right-wing coalition, and what the implications? He could effectively bring down the Netanyahu government. That's a distinct possibility. However, if he does so, and he must be aware of the polls that are going on, the Israeli public are demanding an end to this war. So if he does resign from the government and does bring the government down, which he could do effectively, I think that's a battle he's going to lose. Although there are many in Israel that truly believe that after 21 months of fighting, hostages still being retained by Hamas and Hamas not defeated, Israel has not fulfilled the objectives that the Netanyahu government set out to achieve when they first started challenging the Hamas terrorists.
For sharing